So here it is, the 18-35 1.8 made by Sigma. Okay, this is not the 18-35 1.8 lens made by Sigma. What this is the Nikon 17-55 2.8 lens, and I'm only holding this as a reference to the Sigma 18-35 1.8 lens that they have announced about 2 weeks ago. I think it was around April 20th or so. They will be coming out with a 18-35 1.8 lens for the crop sensor bodies only, for the DX cameras. So who is this lens for? It's great if you're a landscape photographer. It's nice and wide. If you're shooting street photography, you can use it for that. If you are just out and about, you can use it for that. For portraits, I'm gonna say no. The max millimeters is 35 millimeters. On a crop body, that equals 53, but I would rather you have a 50 millimeter lens on a crop body to shoot portraits. It's great for weddings. Weddings is great because you can go down to 1.8 and you can shoot in low light, or any event that you could shoot in low light. This will be an excellent lens that it can go down to 1.8. That is almost 2 stops or a stop and a half wider than this lens can get. And this is an excellent lens. I thought this was the greatest thing ever. This thing is glued to my camera. So a little bit more on the specs. Something that you might not know is that the minimum aperture, the small circle or the higher number, it only goes up to f/16. If you shoot a lot of photography where you use an f/22 or greater, or anything greater than f/16, this lens is not going to be for you. Now in my photography, I don't think I ever shoot anything above f/16. I actually try to stay away from that number, but you will occasionally find me at f/16 when I am trying to overpower the sun. And I have my flashes out there, and f/16 is usually the max. I'll go with that. But I mean, this is a great lens. I'm really looking forward to it. It has 17 elements in 12 groups. Now that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but what that means is there's 17 pieces of glass in it, and in groups of 12. If you will count all the groups, you will count 12, because some of the glasses are glued together or pieced together to make one. What that means, it means absolutely nothing. There's no significant evidence or any kind of evidence where more elements or more glass or more groups is better than something with less glass or less groups. What I think it is they throw it in there to show you how hard they worked on the lens. I really don't listen to that number, but it's usually one of the first numbers that's in the specs when you look at a lens. If somebody has any other advice, you go ahead and comment down below, but me personally, I don't really pay that much attention. I kind of just go with the for the most part, the manufacturer and the f-stop. How wide is that aperture going to open? Is it going to stay open? So remember, the 18-35 lens, I mean, this thing is staying at 1.8 throughout the whole focal range. You know, it's not a variable type f-stop lens like your 3.5s or 5.6. This is I can't wait to use this lens, is the bottom line. So I'm looking forward to when this lens come out. I decided that I am going to replace my trusty, I love this lens, my Nikon 17-55, and start using that, the Sigma 18-35. Why? It's because for me, I can shoot wide open, man. I'm almost getting 2 stops more of light. The bokeh is going to be great. You know, it's a little harder to achieve bokeh on this lens because of the low, you know, I'm shooting at a wide angle, so it's a little harder to shoot to get that bokeh that you're looking for with the wide angle lens. So what I normally find myself doing is getting close to my subject, and you have to have your background way out there, you know, and shooting at 2.8. So this lens should come a little easier to do that. And then it's low light, man, you have to love it. You gotta love being able to just to open this thing up and using all the area there, just a nice wide open lens, man. You gotta love it. So I can't wait for this thing to come. I'm gonna be one of the first people to have this lens, or I should say I'm gonna get it as soon as it comes out, but maybe not as soon as it comes out, but I'm gonna be one of the first to have it, and I can't wait to use it. Stay in tune with my blog. I do have a new blog, emipblog.com. and I'll have any further type reviews on there when I do receive the lens, and maybe I'll even do an open box right here on YouTube. So check it out. Stay in tune with me. Check me out. If you like me, thumbs up, subscribe. Let's comment, talk about the lens. Are you gonna get it? Is this lens for you? Let's talk about it. That's it, man. I can't wait to get it. I'm happy to preview it. I call it preview because I don't have it. This is my Nikon, and I do love this lens. Well, anyway, I'm out of here. Until next time, EMIP out.